Welcome to Photoshop Killer Tips, brought to you by the National Association of Photoshop Professionals. Here's your host, Matt Kloskowski.
Welcome to the very first daily episode of Photoshop Killer Tips. My name is Matt Kloskowski, and I'll be bringing you a killer tip a day, Monday through Friday. So let's get started with our first one. Now, a lot of people like to use the shadow highlight adjustment to bring out the detail in some of the shadows in the photos. Here's the thing. I'm going to go under Image, Adjustments, and Shadow Highlight. Now, by default, this amount setting is usually just way too high, so I usually change it somewhere between 10 and 20%. And look what a nice job it does in bringing out the detail in that shadow area. Now, I don't want to do this for every photo because 50% is just always too high for me. So what you can do is just click on Save as Default, and that saves that 20% as your default. Now, if I ever go back into that adjustment, it remembers that I like 20% best. Also, if you ever want to get back to the original factory default, you can just always hold down the Shift key and choose Reset Default. So that's it for today's tip. Make sure you stop by PhotoshopTV.com. Scott Kelby, Dave Cross, and myself, we've got a full 30-minute podcast where we cover all the latest Photoshop tips, tricks, and news. It's PhotoshopTV.com, and we have a new episode every Monday. You can also subscribe to it in iTunes. Thanks. We'll see you again tomorrow.